Hello there and welcome back. My name is Lacey, and today I'm going to be going over AI mortars for GMs and how really to utilize them and why you should utilize them over GM mortars from the GM screen. I'm in scenario mode here, as I was last time, with Arlaville being taken over by the US forces. In this instance, I've built it up, and it is well secure. We have a mortar emplacement here that they are going to utilize to initiate the attack and ward it on its advances. So starting out, to operate any mortar or emplacement like this, I can take any random infantry. So I just used a random US soldier. And before we do anything else, after placing them, be sure to go into your group mode and set the combat mode to either return fire or hold fire, as ideally hold fire, but this is to prevent the AI from roaming out and taking on threats that they otherwise shouldn't be taking out. They have a mortar here, they should be using it. So after giving them that, changing that setting for their combat setting, what we'll do is we'll come in and we'll give them the get in command. That will then give them the command to, start operating the mortar. They'll slowly look around with it, change its azimuth, change its degrees, all that. To actually begin shooting the mortar, what we need to do is set an artillery fire command somewhere on the map. This artillery fire command will not have them maneuver the mortar into aiming at that position. It will just set there until we're ready for it. So as we can see here, he hasn't even started aiming at it. So let's go back to the artillery fire. Once you get into it, you have to edit the properties after placing it for the AI to actually start using it. So in this instance, it will be set by default to hold fire and a default setting for ammunition type to HE. There are 3 different ammunition types: HE, smoke, and illumination. As far as mortars go, the number of rounds you have from hold fire to unlimited, there's no real in between. When it comes down to it, you have some variation, but this is all a barrage. So they'll just fire in that area until they've completed all the rounds or until you tell them to stop. So in this instance, I want them to fire 3 HE rounds. As we can see here, this circle around the artillery fire is the deviation of those mortar rounds. So if we go back to our AI, you can see that he is slowly maneuvering the mortar around, getting the range, all that. So give it a few moments, it'll take him a few seconds. There, he's gotten it, and he's going to proceed to fire. So ideally before he fires his last round, we'll take control of this guy. So you can hear there's the round going off, and there's the first round hitting, and that one that went off was the last round being fired. And there we go. So the reason to utilize AI mortars over GM mortars is that time delay. You can hear that mortar going off from a very far distance. Although that was close, it is a lot better than the average just quick whistle that you get from GM mortars, as it took it a good 5 to 10 seconds to land. This is about 3. As you see there, the time and variation there, it is really quick for the mortar to land from GM. No, I do not want to set another barrage. So the AI is moving, so I'm going to tell him to just address that target. Send 4 rounds down there. And actually, let's move it there instead, a little bit further up the road. So he's going to get his target aligned. There he goes, he's firing. From there, see the AI is, maneuvering around. And these rounds will vary within that circle. Right there, dead on the center. a little bit further back, a little bit to the right of the first one, and this fourth one, same place, a little bit right of the third one, or the first one there. But essentially, this makes a very good system of maneuvering or setting up mortars that the AI will utilize, and it's kind of accurate when it comes down to it. It gives the players a good ability to gauge the mortars, what's going on, and really respond to their threats, along with giving them feedback and the ability to actually address this threat on the match. They hear the mortar, they know it's around here, they can maneuver to actually deal with it. Besides that, this also gives them incentive to push different areas or push away, as mortars, it takes them a bit of time to swivel or maneuver around, and giving them a good feedback in the idea of spotters, or if they're engaged, they can expect mortars. It gives them more incentive to maneuver around large groups or repeat good or bad approaches that they had beforehand. So, utilize AI mortars. Makes the difference, makes the gameplay more engaging, and it can easily change the experience that players have. That is all I have on the mortars at the moment. If I missed anything, please go down into the comments, let me know. If you like this video and you like this content, please leave a comment as well. Let me know if there is anything else you would like me to cover. From there, hit the like button, subscribe if you enjoyed my content, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye!